So I'm going to tell you my opinion, what I think makes a successful theater film, and that's also keeping in mind that not everybody likes musicals. So musicals are kind of complicated. Not a lot of people love them, and they kind of get a bad rep based on like corniness or something. But I do see it like regular music or TV. Like, no, like, I don't just say, oh, I hate TV, you know, or like, oh, I hate film. It's like I would then ask, like, what genres do you hate? I do get like the connotation, like there's a little just being sung to out of nowhere is a little annoying. For me, I did not like a lot of musicals, and I still kind of don't. And I also don't know a lot of musicals, but I love to write them. And the point I'm trying to get across with that is like everybody kind of has their preference. It's still a storytelling medium, and I love the idea of getting something so emotionally raw that you sing, that you kind of focus on one scenario. Something about playwriting really gets my attention. When it gets to more mainstream mediums is when it comes up into question a lot. For example, films. I'm on the side that, like, I don't think all musicals are amazing, but I do think everybody should look into them, and everybody has theirs that speaks to them. You know, like, there's some really dark ones and really serious ones, and then there's also some really light ones and really hilarious ones. And everybody, like, kind of has... When you find your musical you like, it could change your life. And it does not... You don't have to love musicals to like a single musical. When a musical goes from the stage to the film, there's, like, a lot of controversy on what's being cut. But I truly believe that shouldn't be an issue if they stick to the theme. I'm not saying to... I mean, honestly, like, if you have time, keep as many songs as humanly possible, because it should all... You know, if it was a musical before, they stuck to the theme. If they get rid of a song that was a part of the theme and they cut it for time, I don't like the movie. You could really tell when stuff like that happens. I mean, I was devastated when they cut Big Dollhouse from the Hairspray movie, but that's fair. That makes sense. What really makes a musical film good or bad for me is if the director takes the camera seriously as a choreographer. A movie should be an extension of a stage piece, and despite being shorter, there's what makes up in shortness of length shows in, like, storytelling of the camera shots. And growing up as, like, a film major, like, I feel like I looked more into musical films, and I was very aware that the ones that took it more serious, that took the stuff more seriously, really did fit it better. The stage, like, requires a choreographer, and they kind of handle that. But when you're doing a movie, the DP really has to kind of have a choreographic idea, or the editors kind of have to enjoy musicals, because if they don't love them, I think that's a really telltale sign that the movie was not made with enough love. For example, In the Heights is perfect. Like, there's a cut on very specific beats. Like, I want the editing to be impacted by the instruments that come in. I want there to be shots designed. Like, another thing is, like, location. Like, you need to take advantage of the fact you are on film. You can make more locations happen easier. It's really easy. Like, for example, like in Dear Evan Hansen, they were, like, in the houses so much. Did not progress the story. Everything should be progressing the story. On stage shows, like, it makes sense. Like, you stick to one place, but for the most part, movies are like, you have the ability to take something and give it much more depth, and that includes location, costumes, just like movements, like facial expressions. Like, you have so many more moving parts, and that's such a more unique experience. It's like seeing, like, a waterfall. Oh, imagination. It's hard to make more grounded musicals work as movies. Like, In the Heights, they somehow did it amazing, but I feel like there has to be, like, an imaginative element to it. And there's the same way, like, why is it a musical? It should be something that's so intense somebody can sing. The stakes in the film itself need to also be at that kind of imaginative level. The more imaginative the setting, the easier I think it is to make it work. For example, like Matilda, like the Bruce number, her going up into the sky, like, something that makes the singing less cringy or more likable to, like, a more broader audience is showing that, like, hey, we're singing, but, like, we know we're singing, and it's supposed to, it's very meaningful and necessary for us to be singing. Because you, like, if you're already committing to an outlandish element of singing, you have to at least change other things of the environment, because if it's just singing that's unique, suddenly the rest of the movie feels off. And I would say it's better to be more ridiculous and outlandish than more grounded and normal, depending on the... And also, like, Sweeney Todd. Like, that's a really good... it's very committed to what it is and uses the frames to, like, kind of narrates further than what theater could not have. And it's, like, the circumstances are so ridiculous, but, like, not only is there singing, like, their hair's wacky, like, it's black and white. It's, like, it's very different. Like, so it commits to the fact it's trying to be outlandish, and I think that allows audiences to kind of be on the same page as them, as opposed to feel like they're making fun of something. I think musical films have been getting better, and I think we still have a long way to go. And, you know, this is with everything. You need people that, in every department, that love and care about what it is. And I want to see, what do you guys think? What's your favorite movie? And, like, do you like fantastical movies, or do you, like, disagree with me and think that things should be a lot more grounded and the music should be, I don't know. I don't know. What, do you agree with me or not?